Hey YouTube, TheIxelan here, and I'm bringing you a UU Pokemon Wi-Fi match today. This is against GMTarik, Lazy Tactician. That was a really fucking long name on the Quid chat. So I'm gonna lead off with my Blue Mew, and he goes for Typhlosion, and I'm gonna go for the Fake Out. I'm just gonna warn you ahead of time. There's some strange plays in this one, so I'm not sure what he's gonna go for, but I go for the Taunt, and he just goes for Flamethrower, and I see that that does a shit ton more damage than I expected. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's Scarfed or a Choice or something. So I switch out into Fluffy as he switches into his Umbreon. So I just taunt because I'm predicting some kind of Toxic or Wish or shit. And he does go for the Toxic, so that's a good play on my part. And I know he's going to switch, so I'm just going to go for the Nasty Plot here. And I Dark Pulse because I want to see if this is especially defensive Blastoise or not. And it's not. It looks like it's more of a defensive type. And that EQ... it could be an offensive type, considering that EQ kills me, so I'm not 100% sure, but he's got the leftovers, so maybe he's more of a wall. We'll see. So I'm going to go out into Heracross, and I predicted the switch, so I went for the Pursuit, but he's got the Ice Punch, which I was like, okay, Pursuit will kill you this time, and it does, so I wasn't worried about like another Ice Punch or anything. So now he's got Typhlosion, so I'm going to switch back out into something that can take a Fire attack since I've lost Fluffy already, which is way too early. I go into Milotic, and I take that Eruption pretty well. So here the Scald coming up is pretty obvious, so he's going to make a really smart play and switch out into his Gardevoir to trace my Marvel Scale in case he gets the burn. And this is probably the only time I've ever been like, don't burn, don't burn! Ah, perfect, okay. So he doesn't get the burn, so the Marvel Scale doesn't matter, so I'm going to switch back out into my Blue Mew, and he's going to trick me a Choice Scarf. And I'm like, alright, you can have my Lumberry, I'll just U-turn here. That's perfectly fine. And of course it's super effective. It doesn't quite kill, and I was like, I mean, you're not an offensive Mew, so I guess that's okay. And I go back out into my Milotic, and he predicts that, or Thunderbolt is the only attack, I'm not really sure. Either way, it's a really good play. And he goes for the Destiny Bond here, and I did not expect to see Destiny Bond on a Gardevoir. I don't think I've ever seen that. So yeah, I lose Milotic to the Scald that takes down the Gardevoir, and I'm like, I guess that's an okay trade. It was really awkward. I did not expect that at all. So I want to set up my rocks here. I know I'm going to die to an Eruption, and I'm Choice Scarfed. I'm like, whatever, just get the rocks up. So I do that. And I lose Blue Mew, and I'm going to go out into my Hitmontop to get the Intimidate off, which doesn't really matter all that much, but he is going to switch, knowing his Eruption can't take me out. And I predict this with a Toxic on Celebi, and I'm not really that concerned because Celebi has Natural Cure, so I go for the Sucker Punch thinking that, you know, Giga Drain or something would come up, but no, Celebi just sets up its Stealth Rocks, and then proceeds to Calm Mind. And I expected this at this point, so I Rapid Spin because the Stealth Rocks are up, and I don't want to have to deal with that crap. And the Poison's kind of racking up, so now that she's Calm Mind once, I predict the attack and go for a Sucker Punch. I get the crit. Not sure if that mattered. It probably did a little, because I don't have a lot of attack EV investment. So he goes back out into Typhlosion, and I go for the Toxic and miss, and I'm just like, I'm about to die. I might as well Sucker Punch here, because by this point I know you're Scarfed. It does a little bit of damage, you know, a little bit of residual damage helps out, and then I lose Hitmontop. So now I'm going to go out into my Heracross, and I know that my Heracross is Scarfed and going to be faster than I have Typhlosion, so I just, you know, close combat, finish that thing off. Trying to make a comeback here. I'm down. I'm down at this point, and I'm like, alright, close combat. That should not kill you, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Mega Horn, close combat? And he goes for the Stone Edge with the 8% accuracy, because, you know, it'd probably do the most damage, but it misses. So I'm like, the close combat will kill you. And that was really good in my part that the Stone Edge missed, you know, little hacks in my favor. And now I know that close combat will, Oko this Umbreon because, you know, weak to fighting, and Umbreon's a piece of shit. I hate Umbreon. Not really, I actually think it's pretty awesome, but as a staller, it's kind of annoying, so I'm glad close combat killed it. Anyways, that's going to be game, and good game. I'm not repeating your name because it takes way too long. I hope you guys like this match, and like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if there's things I can do to improve the quality or whatever of these battles that I'm uploading, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.